Changing background and adding borders. The background color property specifies the background color of an element. With CSS, the color is most often supplied by a value. Now this can be supplied using three types of values. One happens to be an hexadecimal values, which can be specified as something like hash FF0000 or an RGB value like RGB brackets open 255, 0, 0 close brackets close quotes, or it can have a valid color name like red. So these are the three ways the color can be specified. The first being hexadecimal, and it represents again 25500 in a hexadecimal form. So the background image property specifies an image to be can be used as a background of an element. By default, the image is repeated so that it covers the entire element. To change the position of the image so that it does not disturb too much text, the position of the image can be specified by the background position property. Now let's look at a demo to understand this better. Now we can see here that the background image for the body is being specified with the URL as image tree, and it says that the background repeat is no repeat, the background position is right, so the particular image appears to be at the right side of the document, and the margin happens to be 200 pixels, which is the margin which is kept. Similarly, the H2 has a background image of paper.gif or nothing but this particular text is nothing but has a background image. This is nothing but the background image. Similarly, H1 is just has a color, so all H1s are rendered with a background green, all divs are with yellow, and all paragraphs are also with yellow. Background color for div happens to be light blue. So thus we can see that here if you scroll down, and we are able to see this particular effect with respect to how these properties have been applied with respect to H1, with respect to div, with respect to paragraph, and with respect to H2. Let's go back to the slide now. Let's discuss the topic of CSS background borders. The background border style properties allow you to specify the style, width, color, and elements border. A border style property specifies what kind of a border to be displayed. The border style property can have from 1 to 4 values, that is for the top border, right border, bottom border, and the left border. The border width property specifies the width of the 4 borders. The width can be set as a specific size in pixels, in points, in cm, and in em, etc., or by using one of 3 predefined values: thin, medium, and thick. The border width property can have 1 or 4 values for the top border, right border, bottom border, and the left. The border color property is used to set the color of the 4 borders. Let's take an example and try to understand this. So if we move to the second example now, we can see how the paragraph is used with dotted as a class, dashed as a class, solid as a class, and in order to get the dotted effect, the border style happens to be made into dotted. In dashed effect, border style is dashed. Similarly, double border style is double. So these are in total all the effects that have been applied here, and you can find that there is a mix in which the border style is specified as dotted, dashed, solid, and double. So you can find the mixed border here: dotted, dash, solid, and double border. So similarly, paragraph with 1 is being specified as bordered style being solid, border color being red. With 2, it is specified as solid and green. With 3 it is specified as border style is solid, watercolor is red, green, blue and yellow. Let's see how these things get rendered. So as you can see now, for this particular class 1, a solid red border, this is how it gets rendered. For 2, this is how it gets rendered. For 3, this happens to be a multicolor border. And note here that this particular paragraph does not get rendered because it uses only paragraph, does not use any class, and it is only being displayed or rendered with only P as a tag and no classes being used.